Life on the reservation and life in the city, I kind of can speak for both of those, I guess, because I've lived both. It was very hard to go to town when you grew up on the reservation. The racial tension was really bad. I think when I was a child, I know it was because I seen it firsthand. But I know that when my dad and his dad had to go to town, it was even worse. And that is uncomfortable. And the children had to go to schools there. I had to go to a public school, and it was very hard. You sometimes would get alienated, or kind of the big thing I think in the past is not having anything to relate to. I mean, if you're a little kid from out here on the reservation, all you know is being Indian, and you go and you try to fit into a public school. That is like the most traumatizing thing ever. But being on the reservation, it's just comfort. It's being out here, it's very closely knit, family ties. There's a extension of family that they all kind of know each other and stay together, and it's comfort. And we have our own school now for our children. It only goes to 6th grade, but it's a good step that makes them proud to be out here. It makes them proud when they go into town that they don't feel so scared or inadequate. They feel like they have a sense of who they are. They feel proud. So in that way, that gives them what they need. It's a big thing to be in their own reservation at their own school. It's the Saginaw Chippewa Academy. The kids are learning their language every day. They learn all about their spirituality. They get their history from their own perspective. They have they have a cultural team that works with the kids every day.
This is part of who we are, as the old ones told us. Education is very important. But what they talked about was know who you are as a Anishinaabe.
I always tell everybody whenever they come out here, I says, well, you've left the United States and you're now in the Saginaw Chippewa Nation. I says, you've entered Indian country. And I says, and you didn't need a passport today. I think in America, because it's such a vast land, it's not like Europe. When I lived in Europe, the countries, it was like going across the street, you're in another country. And therefore, you better have your passport. You better know a little bit about the language, a little bit about the culture. Here, the land's so vast, we take for granted that everybody's just American and that we don't often notice the diversity. There's over 500 nations here in North America alone. So how could you not know that you could be going out of the United States quite often into Indian country?